Hello, everyone. I'm here at home with some sick people.
What's that you got on your arm there, man?
Green Lantern.
Oh, man, I love the Green Lantern.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Mister up there was definitely digging that.
Yeah, and I have over there.
Oh.
Green
Oh,
Lantern
my
and all
God.
the-
You
Justice
got
League.
the Justice League of America up
yeah.
there. Cool.
Yeah. More DC than Marvel. So we have Bernie, Frankie,
Steven.
An M.
just M, like the song, M, pop music, right? It was you, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, our original bass player was L.
Oh, okay.
Next one's gonna be M.
Well, I am with the band called the Stick People. Okay. Okay. I talked to you, Frankie, first time. Tell me, what about the band? What's going on with the Stick People? Is a new project?
Well, I mean, actually, we've been a band for a couple of years. It's not new, but right now, what we're trying to get the album out physically, and radio airplays going on, promotion, stuff like that, and we're just doing what we're trying to do what we need to do just to be a band. That's what we're up to.
Steve, right?
Yes. Steven.
Steven, yeah. Steven, tell me, what have you done before the Stick People? I rather to call you guys the Sick People, but it's Stick People. You already choose your name.
Well, the Sick People was the first one we wanted, but somebody else had it. Before, I've been in and out of bands since I was 16. Done it professionally. I've toured for years. This is the first band I've been in that's gotten to at least this level, with starting to get some commercial success, and that's been pretty much my story.
Oh, nice. Bernie, okay, yeah, tell me. You can finish.
No, that's all I had to say.
Okay, Bernie, and I saw you. Dito is the producer. Do you have any relationship with him?
Yeah, he's my father.
Okay, and how was so you have story in the music business, right?
Oh, yeah, I was practically kind of born in the studio. I think I was probably conceived to the Dark Side of the Moon, and I was probably born to Synchronicity too. I've been kind of raised in the studios. I've been around a whole lot of people, and worked real hard to kind of even get to the point where he'll let me work with him, or he calls upon me to work with him, and so just that fact alone has made me feel very accomplished in music, and couldn't ask for a better role model as a musician and as someone that works in production and engineering.
Wow. Nice. It's better to have your dad being working hard and doing being one of the main people in the music business, or is worth for your career?
If your father was a great artist and you were becoming an inspiring artist as a painter, you'd obviously, if my son were wanted to be a musician, I would do everything in my power to help him, but I'd want him to work hard enough to show me that he'd be worth it. And I've certainly done that. I mean, I've been playing guitar for 16 years, and for the first 10 years, he just told me how horrible I was. Out of tune, never going to use you in a studio, don't solo, that's wrong, and just looks of like, oh my God, why are you playing this bad? And then the last few years, I just kind of kicked my own butt into gear to become a better musician, and it's led me to a lot of great places. I'm endorsed by Paul Reed Smith Guitars and Dunlop products, Crank and Diamond Amplification, Red Monkey Design Leather. Through hard work and perseverance, it absolutely pays off, and that's something I learned from him, absolutely.
Oh, nice. Tell me about the sound of the band.
The what?
The sound.
This is what we get back from the audience. We get the melodic power punk. That's what, we've been told what we sound like. But I think in the music business, just me personally, I think there's so many labels out there. You see all these labels, even for metal, dark metal, power metal, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on and on and on. Metal, whatever. I look at it as like we play good rock and roll. It's very good music, and that's what we try and do when we write. We look at it as like...
I want to hear some polka metal. Polka metal.
Okay.
Where's the polka metal?
We can do like this, right?
But, that's just... that's what I think. So, too many labels, man. Too many labels. How would you like to go in the store and see green beans, small green beans, petite green beans, no green beans, almost green beans.
Almost.
You know, almost green beans. I mean, come on, it's green beans. You know.
At the end of the day, it's labeled
Yeah.
as alternative rock, alternative punk rock.
Turn up the guitars, smash the drums, make people, want to rock out. That's the way I look at it. If it's a good tune, it's a good tune. Why label it? That's the way I look at it. So just my point of view.
Okay, so M, okay, former L. I mean, you're not L, but what are your influences?
Well, a lot of different music. I've been playing music for years, and it goes way back to I like the old school heavy metal bands like the Scorpions and Judas Priest and things like that. And now I'm kind of into industrial and punk and just like old school punk too, like Black Flag and old Suicidal Tendencies when they were still a punk band. But it's just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it'd be too numerous to say. I'm really into electronic music right now on the side, doing little things like dubstep and industrial type music as well.
Oh, nice.
So, but this is like the first band I've been in that's ever gotten to this level where we've actually got some backing and things are just happening at a really quick pace. So it's really cool.
Johnny, I know it's Steven. I'm joking. Your favorite band?
Oh wow, favorite band. That's too broad a question. I like a lot of stuff. I mean, out right now, I really wouldn't have a favorite. I can tell you, I'm listening to some Shinedown right now. It's I like their new record, Amaryllis. It's really good.
Shinedown. Okay.
Yeah. Green Day. I mean, there's too many. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a
Stick People is
favorite.
your favorite band.
Yes, that was the proper answer. The Stick People is my favorite band.
Mine too. I didn't listen any song, but it's mine too. Okay. So what's going on? You're gonna release your first album, Madness, right?
Yes. Madness, and it's going to be coming out in June.
No, in April. It was announced on April.
April. It was supposed to be April, but now Bungalow and Universal have made a decision that they want to move the date from April 23rd to June, like the middle of June. We don't have an exact date yet because they're going back and forth, and they're kind of seeing what's going on with the radio now and seeing what's going on with publicity and stuff. So they've got their little team together, and now that once their little team got together and put their heads together, now they're saying we think it would be better if you guys released it or we released it in June. So that's what's happening. So, but it will, we got word down from Universal and Bungalow that it is definitely going to be June. So.
How was the process of production? Since you are the more related with production.
Absolutely. Well, Stephen Duffy contacted my dad, Dito, and they started writing together, and they brought Frankie in on drums, and I would come in on guitar and, maybe contribute an idea or two to guitar, or just kind of take what was kind of put in front of us and turn it into something a bit more. Like, we had all the ingredients, we just wanted to try and make something really great and stand out, and instead of it kind of looking like it was starting to be like the Stephen Duffy album, it was starting to turn into like a band. It was starting to turn into like people putting in and collaborating and creating a piece of art. So, instead of maybe using one or two colors, 3 or 4 more started coming about. And sooner or later we had a bunch of songs, and yet we still didn't have a band name. And I think towards the end of it is when the Stick People came about, and surprisingly enough, no one had the name. And we stuck to it.
Yeah, I was asking.
Yeah. And production just kind of started, a bunch of us were located in different areas. Like Steven was in Colorado, Frankie's in LA, and at the time I was in Oregon, but we'd all make time and come down here, and, we might not have a month to kind of lay around and kind of see if any kind of magic comes up. It was kind of a spontaneous that kind of really created some of the magic in these tracks, and that is where the Stick People sound on the album Madness was truly born.
So the name, you mentioned about the name, where do you take the name? Oh, who knows about it?
That's a tough one. I mean, I think Steven.
Yeah, it's actually, believe it or not, we were kicking around a lot of names. That particular name actually came from a friend of mine who wanted to name his band years ago that name. He said, I had this great name. You guys might like it. He put it out. I was like, wow.
What would be the Stick People? I mean, a stick, the only thing that I think is the stick, right?
Exactly. Like a still stick person that you draw.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I presented it to the rest of the guys, and we were all like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Was any other option besides the stick people, or
I like the twisted nipple, but that one was taken.
see sick people, twisted nipple, whoever,
Balls.
blue balls,
Something that could make STD work, but that was probably not.
STD,
That was probably taken already by some great punk band in the Bay Area or something. But
STD.
I don't know. Like the name will always come when the time is right. You can't force things like that. You can't force. We'll just call it Purple Grug or something like that. It's got.
We had that name. We did come up with a couple anal things like anal annihilation.
Oh yeah, that was after the Chinese food incident. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I will definitely.
Well, it was
Holocaust.
Delavan. Rectal Holocaust.
That was
it.
the name.
Rectal
That was
Holocaust.
going to be our
Break
Stick
to-
People
Yeah.
tribute band.
Yeah.
Was going to be.
That was after we ordered. No, that was Chinese food in Delavan. What was
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Delavan, Wisconsin.
What happened?
It was good.
It was amazing is that you're in Delavan, Wisconsin, and you're thinking, how good could the Chinese food be? You got a chipmunk chained up
This
here,
is
man.
how sounds when you eat Chinese food.
Yeah. when you give a chipmunk Chinese food,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
I
happens.
asked for it in my chow mein.
Oh.
So yeah, well, I was living in Oregon. I hadn't had real Chinese food in a long time,
And
so
think
I
you
went
were the
overboard.
You were the first one that it actually hit, wasn't it?
Oh God,
Yes.
it hit me during our practice, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just kind of hit the volume.
You can tell Bernie was like going rocking out,
I
and all of a
was
sudden
sweating.
he's like.
I was like, oh, and I peeled some paint, man. I peeled some paint. I wouldn't
this,
wouldn't
and
wish
he
that on
reached
anyone.
around to his ass, and it was like.
It was a classic. If I don't have Pepto, I better get this thing out of me quick anyway. So yeah, that was the first one.
And these guys wonder why I don't eat Chinese food.
Doesn't have the stomach for it.
Practice. How was the practice? Annihilation? No. I mix up.
Anal annihilation.
Anal-
Holocaust.
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 Awesome, man. You are awesome. If I become a musician, I start a new band, I'm gonna call you. Yeah, so you can give me some good names. Okay?
Yes, we
Oh,
will do that.
absolutely.
I got a long list at home. A really long list at home.
That's what she
I would love to see all the names. Okay, guys. There's anything else besides the album, touring? What about the future?
Yep, absolutely. So, in addition to the album coming out, and obviously we're going to tour and support this album, we've got our new record, believe it or not, about halfway, maybe a little more than halfway written, and we're looking to go back in the studio probably once we get up tour, probably around October time frame. Probably take a little break, and then we're going to hit the studio and pump out the sophomore release, which we're hoping to release at the first of next year. Might end up middle of next year, but sometime in 2014.
Okay. So we have this one coming up, and probably next year a second one.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, if you don't split up or fight
Oh,
or
don't say that.
for a new name or.
I might split in two. Well,
This is what happened when you split up.
well,
Calling you to make sure we don't break up. It's awesome. Like, we'll get back to you, buddy. I promise.
Okay.
Lucas actually has a chipmunk. I can see it from here. It's chained up, and he has a big vial of cocaine over there for it.
and speaking of Chinese food,
Okay, guys. Thanks for the interview. The website, the address.
Just if you go to Google and you type in The Stick People, you will find multiple pages of information on us everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, Gmail, Amazon, anywhere you can find music or anything that's music related, like Reverb Nation or anything like that, you will find The Stick People there, and there are multiple ways there. And if you even on your Facebook or other
How about
sites
you,
like
porn?
that, just whatever.com/The Stick People will be there.
Like for example, www.youporn.com/
the stick
You
people.
can see stick people porn. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
The stick people.
Going at it.
What you'll see is Steven with a donkey. We just mentioned this in the last interview.
No. It's going to be that chipmunk over there.
Stephen with a chipmunk. I think you're stealing Burt Reynolds' sunlight there, man.
No, I'd also like to add though, please. We're hitting a lot of radio stations now. We haven't hit the alternative or active yet, but we're on a lot of specialty, a lot of college radio stations. Please call in and request.
Think about that. That's the single.
Yes.
Call it up. Listen, enjoy, repeat.
Yes. Listen, enjoy, repeat.
Okay, guys. Thanks for everything. I'll see you soon. Okay. Peace out. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Giggity.
Yeah.